What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada, and here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan that I know. What's good, Spreader Star? How are you today?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I had to reset. I had the Bucks last night. I had Simona out this morning, so I went out, got a little sunshine, hiked around, like halfway to Tahoe, if you know Sacramento, and I'm back, and I'm ready to go break down these games tonight.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go on and get right to yesterday's news, man. You had a little down day, and
Yeah,
I
I
had a
mean,
pretty
hey,
good one. Yeah, I
let's
had a
give the
pretty good
Celtics
one.
credit. Let's give the Celtics credit. They came out and they just dominated from the jump, and the shots that they missed in game one, they made them. But you know what? Like, for example, I follow a group that just tracks shot quality. The shot quality was even. The shot quality was even. Jaylen Brown made some tough shots. So you
Yep.
have to give him credit. He had hands in his face. I didn't think the Bucks played bad defense. I thought the
Right.
Celtics played excellent offense. And they were really physical with Giannis, and it seemed to bug him. Grant Williams did excellent. You know, they made an adjustment. They said, we're not going to let you cook Al Horford all day. We'll put Grant
Yeah.
Williams on you, who's a little more stout, a little stronger, will be a little more physical with you. And it paid off in game two. I'm not off my Bucks train. I still like them to win the series, but great performance by the Boston Celtics last night. Definitely give them credit for coming through with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, that was a fairly easy one for me. I had Jaylen Brown over 22 and a half. He had 22
Yeah,
at
the
the
first
half.
half. Yep.
Yeah, and then I had him over 2.5 on the 3-pointers. He had that in the first quarter,
Mm-hmm.
like within the first 6-7 minutes. So it was a pretty good day for me and for the clients on the props. Um, Jaylen Brown, as I told you, he's the best player on that team, whether people recognize it or not. Everyone thinks Jason Tatum is because Jason Tatum's the one with the commercials, the ones that's a scorer. Whereas in Jaylen Brown's such a very serious kid at such a young age and so into uh, the social justice stuff, and he's very political and things. So he turns off probably a lot of sponsors and probably turns down a lot of deals that his agent probably could work out with companies that he just doesn't deal with simply because of his stance on things. He's a very serious kid, and he looks at life more than basketball, so he doesn't hype himself up or get with the hype train. But that kid can go. And like I told you, I knew he was going to have, out of all of their players, the most self pride when it came to the game to last night. He'd have the most pride. He'd have the most fight. And as I told you, I guarantee you that their coach uh, called him to the back and told him, "Hey, Jaylen, we need you tonight." Then with Marcus Smart being out, perfect for me with what I was playing, with the angle I was playing, with them bouncing back behind a big performance from Jaylen Brown. Now he gets to handle the ball. He's running all of the pick and rolls. And as you said, he made a lot of difficult shots, but he's a shot maker. That's what he can do. Like I said, his handle is pretty tight, definitely the tightest on their team. Because that's the thing about the Celtics, people don't realize they don't have a lot of playmakers. He's really the only one. As you and I know, Jason Tatum's just a scorer. There's a major difference between being a scorer and a playmaker. And I'm just was really thrilled with what happened with that. What about the other game? Let's touch base a little bit on that before we get into the ball and parlay.
Hey, one flagrant, two deserves another, huh? You want to pull my guy down? I'll just club your head. And I was
Yeah.
pissed because I love Gary Payton Jr. or Gary Payton 2. Obviously, I like the Warriors because the Kings suck. They're not
Yeah.
even rivals. So hey, root for the other NorCal team and root for Peyton. His dad was one of my favorite players, both out of Oregon State. Really disappointed to see him fall. Felt the team rallied together, but at the end, John Morant, great performance by him, great performance by the Grizzlies, and of course, great performance by the referees.
Thank you.
That Draymond Green call, you got to be kidding me. And I hate the fact that you have to do that in NBA, but you do. And you knew it, so I'll give you your credit.
Yeah, that was another one that we were able to bang out. We had Memphis first half before the game, but just as we expected, we had our guy, the extender, out there,
Yeah.
and he came up with such a clutch foul call for just when the Warriors were about to take control of the game and go down and take the lead like they did the first game and maybe go up one or maybe two with a 3-pointer. Here he comes with that whistle just when we needed it. So just like I told you, man, they're not gonna let 2 seeds go out like that. Now, you know, they can only help them so much. They got to play the game. They have to make baskets, but when they're hitting, you see how it looks, and that's the same way with Memphis. They scrapped and they fought hard. John Morant with a performance for the ages. This kid is a real lion-hearted kid, man. He plays with a lot of emotions, but with all the emotions he plays with, unlike Westbrook, he doesn't play dumb. You know, he has the same type of game as prime Westbrook, but even so, with the streakiness of the 3-pointers, you know, back when Westbrook was young, he could shoot threes. You know, he'd get on a streak and he'd hit 8 in the game. The fastest person on the court, the most athletic. He more reminds me of D Rose with his ability to make layups with such a creativity, you know, and such difficult angles and taking, you know, body control and taking hits while he's going up. But him and Westbrook are definitely prototypes. But the difference between him that makes him, well, he's going to most likely have a better career than Westbrook is because mentally, Ja Morant is smart, man. He's one of the strongest kids on the court mentally, man. He's a very mentally tough kid, and he's very intelligent. And although he's playing 100 miles a minute, he's thinking the whole time and making good plays, man. And he's, even though he scored 47, it feels like when Luka scores 40, that the team isn't involved. For some reason, when Ja Morant scores 47, it seems like the whole team still was involved as well. You know, he still was doing his point guard duty. So he's a very impressive young man. I like what they're doing over there in Memphis a lot. He has a bunch of really no-name guys with him that he's running with, and he's the driving force behind that the success in Memphis, man. And I'm glad that the world is getting a chance to really see him play on a nightly basis, because with them in the market that they're in, they don't, you know, people only see the highlights on ESPN usually. So it's a good time for Memphis Grizzly fans, you know.
Yeah, man. What a great performance there by Ja Morant. He's able to come through. Actually, because I did have him in DFS.
Mm-hmm.
How many points? He scored the last 15 points. I thought I was going to lose my little head-to-head.
Yeah.
I won by like 1 point as he scored the last 15 points for his team. Great performance overall from Ja Morant. So, hey, give you your props there. You had that right. Great day for you. Let's do it again today.
But I was off on the Halep, as you know. We were both off on the tennis.
Yeah, we're not talking
Dude,
about
I lost Halep on tennis.
Yeah.
I lost Van Zonden Salt, whatever.
Oh, Botic?
I'm not betting him again.
You got to call him Sandshell. That's what his name means in Dutch. So I just call him Sandshell. Sandshell, like, you know. So
okay, so that's what they call him.
That's what I call him, just because I found out that's what his name means, and I can't pronounce
it the other way. He's one of those dudes he got such game, man, and if he gets in a mood sometimes like the WTA girls get, where he's just like, forget it. You know what I mean? And he got in one of those moves today and got smoked. But I did win with Hercox. He won, but that was basically it. You saw Anna Samova. She got smoked.
Yeah, I'm glad I only bet Halep, because my DFS lineup was terrible today. I had them all wrong. I had an Asimova. I had who else got smoked? If you had smoked, I got Korda.
You got smoked, I had you.
Korda, did you see him?
Who that?
Korda lost.
Oh yeah. Oh, he lost. He lost.
I love that play.
Again. I was scared of that one because Musetti had already beaten him a little bit earlier this year.
Yeah. I didn't bet it. I just put him in my lineup.
Korda's overrated. He's one of those guys.
I think he's gonna be real good. Who do you think is gonna be better, Korda or Brooksby?
I like Brooksby better, because Brooksby at least has heart. What I don't like about Korda is he's out there like a cyborg. You know, he's too serious and like everything. And then so when things get to going bad, he gets to going crazy and all of that. He needs to loosen up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. His dad could be a great father, because obviously with him being a tennis player as well, and his sister being so successful in the LPGA, he's obviously doing something right. But I think maybe him or his coach or somebody's putting a lot of pressure on that kid, because he looks so tight every game. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he looks so like everything's so serious. He's never had look like he's having a good time playing tennis. You know what I mean?
That happens, man. That's a lot of those kids. That's why when they get on them, because I played tennis when I was younger, man, and to really be the top, you got to sacrifice everything as far as your childhood. A lot of those people don't have a lot of real world experience. They're going from camps. They practice tennis 4 to 6 hours a day. They're only around other tennis players. That's why they date each other a lot. Yeah, they're the only people they can relate to. They homeschool, and people just pass them no matter what. They don't have a lot of real world experience. They're completely insulated. So it's like when you expect like Naomi Osaka and Daria Kasatkina to be up on world events, it's like you didn't really get to be a top tennis player by being a well-rounded education. It's not like the NBA where you could just be a stud athlete and pick up the game a little later. You got to start at like age 6 and devote your whole life to it. So he's probably feeling the pressure. I'll bet you his parents knew, hey, we got something here. Right. Don't blow it, kid. And so, of course. I remember seeing those parents too. The tennis parents are the worst.
Peter Corder's his dad.
Yeah, and he's a Grand Slam champion, right?
Yeah, he's a Grand Slam champion. So he has a lot. It's very hard coming behind a former Grand Slam champion because now you got such big shoes to follow when your father's and successful. That's why you notice like Kobe, he's a second-generation NBA player, but his dad wasn't a star. His dad was a role player. Right. That's why he's so good. Same with Steph Curry. Right? Yeah, Dale was a role player. That's why he's so good, But you rarely see where you have 2 generations of superstars, players, And I'm sure Steph's son probably come out be a great shooter, but more be in the line of like Steph, just a player, Yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes, But we shall see. Let's get to the ball and parlay today, man. We got to get you guys some winners. We're up for the week now.
Thanks to you. I got to bounce back, man. So where I'm going. I'm headed to Miami. Wasn't there a song like that? Whatever the Will Smith song is, put the little jingle
I'm going to Miami.
Yeah, because that's where I'm going tonight. With no Embiid, man, I just don't like the way that this 76ers team is. They got 27 from Tobias Harris. Still couldn't cover the game. Maxey and Harden won't even sit next to each other on the bench. And I just got done doing the show, and the kid Tyler made a great point. Maxey wants to go 100 miles per hour. He's 22 years old. Harden wants to slow it down, outthink his opponent. They're on the complete opposite spectrums of what they're trying to do. And I think it's coming to a head right now. Probably a little bit of, I don't know if jealousy is the right word, but he probably resents the fact that he was running the team, running the point. Now he's got to turn it over to this other guy who's walking the ball up when he feels like he's the fastest guy on the court. So there's a little bit of chemistry issues there. And then once again, I'm going against Doc Rivers. He's going to start DeAndre Jordan again. That's all I need to know to place the bet. So I'm on the Heat -8.
So they've already released the lineup. So it's going to be.
Well, he didn't release the lineup, but after game 1, he said, we're going to start DeAndre Jordan whether you guys like it or not. And I said, I love it because this is going to, I'm not an NBA fan tonight. I'm trying to make some money, so I don't need to see a close game. And DeAndre Jordan, you're just spotting the other team 8 to 10 points right out the gate. And you're spotting a good team. Like you're spotting the Sacramento Kings 8 points.
I have to let you know this one. We got the props.
There you go.
That's what we all know, man. We got some classic hip hop going, man. But look, we got the props. That's all I'm doing from now on. I'm concentrating on the props. I'm gonna give you guys one bonus halftime play that Ben Spread's trying to save me from getting killed on, but I'm just gonna go with it as a field play. My main bet is gonna be Maxi Kleber going over 7.5. He had 19 the last game. He plays so well off of Luka Doncic. That's his boy. You can tell they're friends because he makes sure that if he's open when he kicks it, it doesn't matter whether he's kicking it to the corner, to the top of the key. He's looking for Kleber. So I look for Kleber to go over 7.5 pretty easy. He's one of their main keys to a victory. He has to get his points. He's going to get looks. Last game he had 5 threes. I don't know if he shoots that hot again, but I see him at least getting 3. So if you can also find his prop for over 2.5 on the 3-pointers, I like that as well. So I'm going to go with old Kleber from Dallas going over 7.5 points. Such a short number. That's going to be the prop for today that I got. But I'm also going to add a bonus pick. the Mavericks looked horrible last game. They looked overmatched, unprepared. I don't think Jason Kidd and the type of NBA player he was, and now the NBA coach that he is going to allow his team to be unprepared tonight. Now, at the end, I don't know if they can hold up to the 6, but I believe they can keep the game early and close early, and steal the first half. I would not be surprised if Dallas has the lead at the first half, but for sure we're taking the plus 3.5 or 3, depending on which book you're using. I got the 3.5 a little bit earlier. I'm seeing some places down to 3, and it's the Suns -3, -115. Unless they're just completely overmanned and overpowered, I see the motivation with the Mavs tonight to start early, because they were down 30 at half last game. So and I expect just the opposite on the Miami Heat game. I think the Heat get out early on the Sixers and start smacking them early, because they played with them last game and gave them a little life. What's your opinion on that first half pick, man?
Let me talk about the Cleaver pick first. I love that pick. I love the Cleaver pick, because what's happening here, they're using Cleaver to bring DeAndre Ayton out, right? So then they put DeAndre Ayton in the pick. The idea is if Luka can beat Ayton, there's no one there to protect the rim, right? Which gives it easier for him, right? So then what are they doing? They're blitzing, right? They're saying, we'll both go to Luka.
Right.
We're not switching. We're blitzing.
Right.
That leaves Cleaver wide open. And like you said before, he knows where he wants the ball. I think the usage is going to be there. It's only if the shots don't fall. But for example, if I tell you he's going to shoot 6 to 7 threes tonight, then you love the prop, right?
Yeah.
So, and they're going to be wide open.
5 out of 9 last game. He got 9 threes up last game.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the same thing again tonight. I don't see why they're going to go away from that. As far as the Mavericks, I'm a little worried, man, because they don't have a center. Like, they got Cleaver playing center, and DeAndre Ayton just seems like it's going to be so easy for him. And this is a team that's smart, right? They're not like a dumb team like the Timberwolves. It's not going to take advantage of an obvious mismatch. They're going straight to it. They're going to it early and often. And after watching the Mavericks just dribble around the traffic cones, that was the Utah Jazz team. I mean, it looked like, when you're in junior high or high school, right, and you have to do drills and they have you dribble between cones. That's what against the Jazz look like. Now they got to go put the game on all Madden, and you're going against the Phoenix Suns defense. So we'll see. You make a great point though about Jason Kidd. Great point about a lot of pride with his team. And hey, they have the ability to make adjustments, right? We saw in the Boston game last night. Hey, when you lose by double digits, you're the team that adjusts, right? So we'll see if there's things that Jason Kidd's going to do that I didn't see. Well, go ahead.
It's been a good defensive team all year too. That's the thing that
they've been great.
You could kind of compare them with, like you said, the Boston bounce back, because you have the same coaches with the same type of mentality, which is defense first, with Jason Kidd and Umeka. So I look forward to it, man. Look forward to tonight. Who got the props? Me. So y'all get the props.
Yeah. Who is that Evil D and Buckshot?
Yeah,
I remember Buckshot. Who was the other guy?
That's Black Moon. Classic.
Yeah, but MC Buckshot was the lead, and who's the other guy? Is it
Evil D? I don't know.
Buckshot was so much better.
Bro, I used to love that song because of the intro. The music is so Oh man, that track is one of the best tracks you're gonna ever hear.
That whole album's good front to back.
Yeah, any type of music. Yeah, because another one they had on it that I liked a lot was I Got You Open. Remember I Got You Open?
Yeah, the whole album's good. Yeah. I'm gonna go listen to that right now. I'm gonna throw that on while I'm working out this afternoon.
I think I will too. So we're about to go have us I'm going to go get on the treadmill and run a couple miles, and Spread's about to go work out. We're gonna play a little Black Moon, man. So some classic 90s hip hop, man, to work out too. You guys have a great rest of the evening. We got it up a little bit late today. Like I said, man, things are winding down. We're going to actually take a break to get some things in order and do some vacation and things like that. As soon as the NBA Finals over, we'll take off for about a month.
And then reminder, no show tomorrow because there's no games tomorrow. We'll be back on Friday and we can preview all 4 games.
That's right. No games tomorrow as well. So we'll be back Friday. And I believe we're going to have ski on Friday too.
That's good because we'll have 4 games to preview.
Yeah, we're going to have ski on.
Saturdays too.
a long show on Friday because I think we're gonna have Scoon on. And don't we have a fight this weekend? Doesn't
Canelo's
Canelo fight?
fighting Bivol. I don't know if Curtis is going to want to do that one though. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
It's a run over. It's not gonna be close.
I mean, Canelo just seems to always win at this point. I'll look into it though. Send him a message. He might want to break it down.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the CEO of Scoon TV on here on Friday because he's our boxing expert. We don't. Let's see if he thinks this fight is even worth talking about. But we'll see you guys on Friday. Best of luck to you all. Follow my guy Spread at Spread ASTAIRE on Twitter and subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is Spread ASTAIRE. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is 5 Star in Vegas Sports Investments, and also follow me on Twitter at 5 Star in Vegas. Spell out the 5. Catch us every day on Scoon TV Monday through Friday. Best of luck to you all. We'll see you guys Friday.